Alright, I was stalling because someone texted me and I was waiting to see if they actually needed something. It seems like not, though, so I'm not going to stall much longer because it's 7 o'clock and I gotta start. So yeah, welcome back to Nintagious. We're here for third night of Octo expansion, probably third and final night. I think I have like 20 stages left. I have heard rumblings of a like secret final boss. No spoilers, please. I just heard that there was one. I kind of assumed there would be something else after I finished all the stages. I think I'm at a point now where I can actually kind of give the... Like, I can kind of review the Octo expansion at this point. But first, who else here? I'm not... Let's do that first. Let me turn my monitor here. Well, I meant, like, no spoilers for me, because I don't know how it ends, and I don't want it spoiled, because... Yeah, I was in some stream last night, and somebody was talking about this secret final boss, and I was like, can the internet not keep their goddamn mouth shut for, like, a week? Like, it's only been out for, like, 3 or 4 days. Like, come on, not everybody's had a time to play it. Especially streamers, because they have other things to do. So... minor gripe. Anyway, Andre's here. I see Blue's here. I think you said you have to step away for a bit. That's perfectly fine. Enjoy dinner. Where are you headed? If you're still there. I think Raph's here. Game Kid is here. Tiara's here. I think that's everybody. So yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. No, like that was like the actual like end of the expansion. I'm guessing that this other one pops up when you finish all of the stages and actually get your memory back. That's my current theory. I didn't dig into it too much because Andre, you were the first one I said. Literally, you were, because I knew you were the first one here. Yeah, I didn't dig into it too much because, like, I don't want to know. I just want to find out for myself. So, I think we're just gonna do them in order here, in the interest of like having something resembling a difficulty curve. Hopefully, it won't be too ragey tonight. I feel like yesterday wasn't. I feel like the first night was the most ragey. The actual, like, escape at the end was, like, probably the best part of the expansion, to be totally honest. But yeah, what I was saying about feeling like I can kind of review it now, like... First of all, I'm seeing all these kids being really fucking trolly and cocky. Oh, it's not hard. It's so easy. I beat it in one night. Okay, I wouldn't say this is hard, but the levels aren't very well designed. If these levels didn't have checkpoints in them, this would be unplayable. Let's put it that way. But since there are checkpoints in there, that kind of salvages the fact that some of these stages are infuriatingly designed. I don't know. There's a lot of cheap. You have to die or you have to fail and or die to learn what you're supposed to do, and that's like never frustrating game design. Or that's never good game design. It's always frustrating game design. And yeah, I don't know if I have really loved it. If Splatoon is like your #1 game, oh, this is a boss. Cool. If this is like your #1 game, like Splatoon is your absolute favorite, you play it every single day, you're probably gonna enjoy the Octo expansion. Like I think there's something in it for you. If If you're that big of a fan. If you're a fairly casual fan of Splatoon, like, if you haven't even beaten the main campaign, if your level online is, like, still under 30, you're probably not going to enjoy the Octo expansion. Oh, that's new. I was just about to say, what's this guy doing that's actually new? Oh, this is bad. Oh, that was dumb. That seems uncalled for. Oh, come on now. It's fine. This is fine. This one doesn't, like, feel much different. Because the other one, like, you got to use your inkjet, which was kind of fun. What am I missing? Yeah, what did I miss? Yeah, you don't have to buy anything for Switch voice chat. I know it's, like, horribly designed, because you do have to have, like... I mean, you have to have a phone to use it, I think. Like, so that kind of... I guess you do have to buy something, but who the hell doesn't have a phone these days? Otherwise... I don't think you even need a headset. You could probably use your phone for it. Don't, like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure that Switch's voice chat is, like, not great. I'm pretty sure it's, like, unanimously determined that it's not good. But, to be honest, like, okay, I understand why people want, like, completely integrated voice chat, but I also don't get it, because, like, we have Skype and Discord. Like, voice chat is already, like, an active thing. Like, something that you can find readily available. So why do you need it, like... Why did Splatoon have to have voice chat? It doesn't. Because we already have voice chat. Like, maybe I'm being... I guess it's appealing for the younger audience, to be totally honest, because they might not necessarily have a personal computer that they can use for voice chat. But honestly, I feel like there's no way to restrict it, but I feel like you should have to be a certain age to actually use voice chat. But yeah, there's no way to enforce something like that. Yeah, I remember when Splatoon 1 came out, like, people shit on Splatoon 1 because it didn't have voice chat. And I was like, what do you need voice chat for? Like, even though I was looking forward to Splatoon 1, I was never like, well, if it doesn't have voice chat, then who cares? This one looks like it might be kind of tough. But it's something I was talking about yesterday in regards to, like, Nintendo's E3. Some people just want to see Nintendo fail. They don't care. Like, they'll come up with any excuse they can to say Nintendo's doing it wrong. I don't think voice chat is something that needs to be addressed. Nintendo typically has a perspective, like, in regards to, like, storage on Switch. There's like Nintendo's approach to storage on Switch was we don't have to put a whole bunch of storage on there because storage is readily available and very affordable. So we'll just make it that you can expand it yourself and you can decide how much space you need. That just makes more sense. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Like, there are already options for voice chat. Just let people use one of the ones that they already have available to them. But I guess to an extent I do understand that people just want it to be all integrated because then they don't have to, like, try, I guess, if that makes sense. Everyone wants it to be easy, right? I think this is definitely a... This didn't make this fight better. Let's put it that way. Didn't even make it interesting. It's not even harder. Whoops. I'm not gonna be able to sneak in here, I think. Nah, nope. But yeah, if you go back to some really old stuff... on my channel, you'll probably find some E3 stuff. What just fell? My phone vibrating just like caused something to fall off of that table. If you go back to my channel and look at some old E3 stuff when Splatoon was like announced, and Eno and I were talking about it, you'll probably find us like calling out reviews for being, oh, Splatoon doesn't have voice chat, it's dead in the water. Because it was a big thing. People actually were saying, Splatoon doesn't have voice chat, no one's gonna buy it. And it was disgusting. It was in that era where people they wanted to be super negative about Nintendo and find anything wrong that they could. And that still kind of happens today, but it's not as bad. My phone here. It's just Discord. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to wait. As much as I want to be social, I feel like it's unprofessional, right? If I'm checking my phone every couple of minutes, that doesn't look good. Take it easy, slow ride station. Who let the pods out? You know they had a lot of fun localizing this game, for sure. Something I don't get with the voice chat thing, and we've talked about this before, but I was watching. I need to talk to this guy about this. I was watching another streamer last night after I was done, and he was playing some Fortnite, and I was like, okay, if it's somebody that I enjoy watching because of their personality, I'm totally down to watch them play Fortnite. Even if they're not necessarily great, I know that their personality is going to make it an enjoyable watch because I still get to kind of hang out and talk with them. So, but he was on Discord with some of his viewers. Actually, I guess I don't know if he was actually on Discord. He might have been using the in-game chat for Fortnite. And it was just kids screaming and just not shutting up. And I was like, this is unwatchable. Who wants this? Who is that was something that was my argument back for Splatoon 1 when people were like, oh, it doesn't have voice chat. And I was like, do you really want to listen to just a bunch of random kids screaming? Is that really a thing you want? Because I don't. You can keep that out of here, please. And that's no offense to you guys, because I think you agree with me that, because I know we've talked about it before. because there was another streamer I was watching who was doing the same thing, and I, like, unfollowed him, because every Splatoon stream, he had viewers on Discord, and it was just screaming kids, and I was like, I don't want to watch this. And I remember you guys were all like, yeah, that's bad. This is an interesting concept. I like this one. Hey, look. Bubblegum tape. This is very... I don't think this is a direct reference to a shrine in Breath of the Wild, but it's pretty damn close. Like, this is basically this is, the stasis rune. And it's not even kids either, because like you'll typically have the kids on voice chat that are just screaming, and then you'll also have like older people, and they're not even older people, but like still what I would consider kids to be, like, you know, 18 to like mid-20s, and typically they're just gonna be like shouting edgy things to make people go like, oh wow, you said that, you're so cool. So it's like that's not much better. That was dumb. So I want to... This is very Zelda dungeon-y. I like this one. Oh, okay. Why did... So it changes when I get close. I'm doing that shit sitting too close to the desk, so I have like limited range of movement. But yeah, I don't know. I saw stuff about like, oh, like Fortnite didn't have voice chat right away, and then they were adding it, and I was like, I wouldn't want voice chat in Fortnite. Like, that sounds horrible. And even if I were to be playing it with friends, we'd probably be using Discord or something, because it's probably better. But even then, as a streamer, too, it's a problem of, like... I have to be careful of what people are saying. Oh my. Damn. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, there's a switch right there, okay. I was like, there's gotta be a switch somewhere, right? Ooh. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, over there. I gotcha. Okay. I see you, Raph, but I have to focus on what I'm doing. Give me a minute. There we go. Nice. Yeah, that one was nice. I liked that level. Yeah, like, I understand why... Like, yeah, people say, like, oh, voice chat is so we can strategize with our teammates. The problem is that's not what people use voice chat for. Like, if you're actually... And if you were using voice chat for strategizing like that, you're probably not going to be using in-game voice chat, because you're probably going to be playing with people that you know are capable of coordinating. That's the problem. Now, part of this is I played a lot of Team Fortress 2 back in the day, and, like, people did that. They were like, oh, the voice chat, like, don't, like, leave your voice chat on because we can use it for coordinating. But you always had some kid just screaming, so that, like, completely ruins everything. Like, it doesn't work. Like, in concept it works, in execution it doesn't work at all. And people just overvalue it, I guess, is, like, my overall point here. I'm supposed to blow up the balloons. This could be interesting, or it could suck. Oops. I think a good way of looking at the dilemma with voice chat is, like, imagine if with voice chat there was also a face cam. And imagine how much you wouldn't want there to be a face cam. Same thing with voice chat, to be honest. Like, some people just don't want it. And if people do want it, they have that option through other means. That's kind of like my main point here, is that it does, like, here's the thing, I would assume in Fortnite you can turn the voice chat off. Every now and then you find a game, though, where they don't let you turn voice chat off, and that's a problem, because some people, like, sometimes it isn't even about, like, people being loud or obnoxious. It, like, sometimes people just don't want it. Sometimes people want to listen to music or something. So typically it's a good design choice to have it be completely optional, but then a lot of games, especially PC games, like, have the voice chat turned on by default and shit like that, because they just assume people want it. And I get what you mean, Raph, but I also did say, like, you guys agreed with me on this at one point, so yeah, of course there are exceptions. Honestly, I wouldn't go as far as saying there's at least 5 of you here that aren't crazy. I'm thinking more like 2, maybe 3. But you can't say I'm wrong. You rarely hear somebody with a voice like me just screaming and just making noise for the sake of making noise. Hey Paula, how's it going? Like I said, I think the way to look at voice chat is, like, imagine if it also had a face cam. A lot of people wouldn't want that for very obvious reasons. And I think voice is basically the same thing. And I mostly just speak from the perspective here that when I'm playing a game online, I don't want to hear anything out of my opponent. That breeds toxicity. That's another problem. Like, being able to talk to your opponent, or even your allies in some cases, is just inviting people to be incredibly toxic to one another. And that's pretty much my point, Dino. Like, yeah, like, ultimately, if you're playing online with randos, you have no control over what sort of people you're being paired up with, which is another reason why why would you want voice chat? Another downside is, like, what if you get people on voice chat that don't speak English? Or what if you don't speak English? Which is totally fine, but, like... Or what if you do speak English, but you have a heavy accent, and you get some of those dumb Americans that criticize you for having an accent? It's a recipe for disaster. And that's why I don't understand that some people consider it so mandatory and write a death warrant for a game when it doesn't have voice chat. Now, granted, that was a long time ago, and I don't hear people saying it as much anymore. Mostly because Splatoon 2 does have voice chat, so they couldn't say it. Even though I don't think it's very good voice chat, at least they tried, so people couldn't complain. Where... Well, shit. I had no idea where the balloon was. I did say hi, Raph. Don't scold me for not saying hi to people. You guys are always saying that shit, and I always say hi. Even Andre earlier was like, you didn't say hi to me. I was like, you are literally the first person I said hi to. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, the other thing that Eno and I always complained about with Splatoon 1 was, like, yeah, people said that it needs voice chat, but we were like, when we were playing together, and you can see this happen if you go back and watch the episodes on my channel, because it happened all the damn time, and we harped on it, and we're always like, this is why it's stupid. We'd be playing, and we would get auto-balanced onto the other team, so it's like, okay, no more voice chat. If we were streaming and using that voice chat, we would have then had to be like, well, you just can't talk to Eno now because he's gone. He's on the other team. So that's another problem that, like, it's kind of like what Raph was saying about, like, oh, well, you can only talk to your teammates. Then what happens if your friend is suddenly not on your team? Then you can't... What do you mean I'm streaming too early now? I'm only streaming an hour earlier. The difference is it's more than an hour because I used to always be late. And now I'm not late, so it actually is like more like an hour and a half earlier. But I want to start sneaking in more hours of streaming. Actually, I'm thinking about on weekends I might stream even earlier because no one else is ever streaming. And I get bored. Who let the pods out? Yeah, I think I had one person live before I started. And I was like, I want someone to watch for, like, even just... Like, now that I'm awake so much earlier, it's like... Well, that's why I get bored during the day. There's nothing to do. Desperately want to be back on my night owl schedule. But I'm already getting there. I was up till like 4 o'clock last night, so... Slept until like 2 today. My day was okay, Raph. Certainly, I wouldn't say it was bad. I had a pizza mishap while I was making dinner, but... Still wouldn't say it was bad. It was still edible, so ultimately, it wasn't that bad. I don't even know how it happened. So, like... people probably hear the horror stories about how, like... You get a pizza delivered, and, like... The box was tilted, so the pizza all, like, squishes up to one side. That's what happened, except it was a frozen pizza, so I don't really understand how that works. I guess during shipping, it thawed out and then, like, tumbled, and then did that, and then refroze. Like, I don't know. Long story short is it took, like, 45 minutes to cook because it was, like, crumpled up and didn't cook correctly. So I had to cook it for, like, 20 minutes and then, like, kind of pull it apart and, like, stretch it out and then cook it for another 20 minutes. So, yeah, it sucked. But, like I said, it was still edible, so whatever. And it was still delicious at that. Otherwise, my only complaint is that I was bored. Until I started streaming. I was like, God, I need something to do. Well, yeah. That was completely different context for Tilted, though. Ultimately, I had a better day than I did yesterday. That's part of why I was in such a bad mood during yesterday's stream, was because I had a bad day leading up to the stream. So I was already just, like, I had a very short fuse. Well, shit. Nairo wasn't in this Smash tourney. He was there. And they had him play at one point, but he wasn't in the tournament bracket. They had him on Treehouse playing Mario Tennis against Zero, and that was actually really fun to watch. Even though I can't stand Zero. But, to be fair, the reasons I don't really care for him is, like, just that he's competitive, and he doesn't seem like a very good sport. But that's competition, so ultimately I probably shouldn't hold that against him that much. Yeah, he didn't participate in the tournament. Either that or he lost very early on, but I kind of doubt that. Am I supposed to destroy this thing, or just wait till it drops all the things? There's a thing around the edge here, which I guess I could probably... Whoa. Well, this became chaotic very quickly. Guess that's why they give you these rails. Well, that was useless. This is also not helpful because I'm so far away from the action. Later, losers. I forget how many Pokemon I'm up to in Quest. I want to say it's like 110 or something. It's definitely getting up there. Alright, the F line's done. Paula. Yeah, I see what you mean. Sometimes that can be very frustrating, especially in single player. Because, I mean, like, that's the point of multiplayer, so it doesn't bother me as much there. But in single player, it's definitely, like, I can't make progress sometimes. Okay. We're coming to a close here. Where's the G line? I think that's the purple one. Yup. Okay. That's not G, though. Did I do that? Yeah, let's just use that. Screw it. I don't think they call it the quest text, to be fair. I think that's just Eno's way of delivering context of what game he's playing. But I might be wrong. I don't think they ever refer to it as that, though. 1 minute? Oh, I'm not feeling good about this at all. Oh, I don't have to pop them all, I don't think. There's more than I need. Good, because... What?! What balloon did I hit? I don't think I remember you mentioning this one. I felt like I had it there. I don't know what balloon I actually hit. Okay, that one I see what I did wrong. That first one I don't... Like, I didn't see what I failed at. That one was risky. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. You only just got a second Wack Wack stone? I have like 5 of those damn things. I have so many of those stones. I actually started burning them just because I need to free up space. I don't think that one actually counts as G. This one definitely does. I think when I looked earlier, I had like... I think I had 6 of the ones that makes it, like, gives it a second projectile. I gave Magneton 3 Wack Wacks, so now whenever he uses Thunder, it launches 4 times. It's kind of insane. I love it, though. Whoa. Oh. Okay, I gotcha. See, this I kind of like because I never bothered learning how to do this with, like, storing my charge while I'm submerged. It's not something I ever, like, attempted to do, so it's kind of interesting to, kind of get some training on this. So, let's see. Smack that again. Get this guy to shut up. And then I can just... Oh, come on. Yeah, that's what I mean. He uses Thunder 4 times in a row. It's not that it shoots it out 4 times, it's that he uses it 4 times back to back. I haven't found, I haven't really found anything cool happening with Split. Most of the times when I try that, it just... I think we talked about how Split's not very good, because, like... If you have, like, say, Mud Bomb, they throw the Mud Bomb directly at the target. If you give them a Split Stone, they throw 2, and therefore throw them to either side of the target and completely miss. So I haven't had much help. I haven't gotten much use out of Splits. Thunder is a, what can I compare it to? It, like, sends out a targeting thing along the ground, finds a target, and then hits them right there. I think I did have the Split on Alakazam's Psywave for a while, or Psybeam, whichever one it is. I really don't remember, like, how much use I got out of it, though. Do I need to charge here? Yeah, it does that where it finds the target, and then if they move, it still hits that location. So that does kind of suck, but it has a pretty big radius. Like, it's not like a narrow shot, so you can hit, like, a lot of stuff with it. I've definitely had some nice success with it. Oh, I missed one. Whatever. Whee. Jeez. Ah, crap. Yeah, right. Psychic is like the Hadoken looking one. That one wasn't bad. I would say that one like lasted just the right amount of time. If that one lasted longer, I probably would have been like, this is terrible. I don't even know if I feel like reading these. Well, I told you earlier I've cooked like dozens of the poison one, and I still haven't seen either Nidoran. Let's go talk to what's his face quick. Okay, H, which I think is this one. This one's short. It's actually a different ink color. Aren't you like, don't you like always use pink here? Whoa. Okay. Oh, come on. What? That looked clean. That was easy. I think part of it is when I first picked this up, I was like, I hadn't played Splatoon in like a month, so I was probably kind of rusty. Ink it real good. So I think that's why some of the earlier stages like really kind of infuriated me. Excuse me, Raph? First of all, there's 800 of the goddamn things, and I have more important things to do with my time. That and they changed learn sets like every generation and such. Doesn't help either. Yes, Sea Cucumber just does Sea Cucumber things. Later user. Oh my god, it's those things. I think Eno mentioned these the other day, so I shouldn't be that surprised. But like, I think when he mentioned them, I didn't immediately recall what he was talking about. How exactly am I supposed to do this? Oh, that actually brings it low enough. I wasn't expecting that since where it originally was way too high. Like, why would I have expected that? Oh. Did I have to make it in there before that thing? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Been obnoxious. That seems like more of a coincidence than anything, Raph. Because they never really imply anything about them, like, when it comes to lore. Unless they just didn't commit to that fully. Which is weird, because there are other Pokemon that are absolutely, like, rival Pokemon. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh shit, that was my opportunity. That one wasn't too bad either. I wish they didn't give him dialogue every time you finished one, since you're going to go talk to him anyway. Like, fairly minor gripe, but kind of annoying nonetheless. I have a lot left on the eye line. Those aren't beta names. Jigglypuff's Japanese name is Purin, which is literally pudding. There's nothing beta about that. Y'all ready for this? Yeah, name the source of the references in the Octo expansion and I'll be impressed. So what's this ass gonna do? Hey Scott, how's it going? I'd say it's been a while, but then like I took like 3 nights off from streaming, so 4 nights. Was it 4? I think it was. Oh. I think maybe... Well, hold that thought. Let me wait till Eno gets back before I go into that. Before I continue that thought. What the actual fuck? What? Oh, come on. It's kind of unfair. Yeah, there were a few shinies that were different in Gen 2, if I remember right. It's kind of funny, because he has that shiny in Smash, but I don't think he has the black one. Did this stuff actually respawn? Because fuck me? Like... What? I guess not. There are a lot more gender differences in Gen 2 as well that like didn't stick. Geodude had a gender difference in that. Didn't I do this one? I remember the name. I guess I didn't commit to it though. God, this weather sucks. It's like so disgusting out that the air conditioner just runs constantly, which makes it actually kind of cold in here. Oh, limited ink. Fuck my life. Let's just restart now. There was an event to get a Victini. I have one. I don't remember what game it was, though. I can't even remember what generation that was, but I know I had one. This looks mildly tedious. Hey, Galactitron, how's it going? Shit. It's a blue thing. It's a phone line. Yeah, there's a bunch of computers around here. Yum. God, I love how they're like, limited ink, let's put the dodgiest enemies in the game here. Like... it's like not the most fun way of doing things. I should have broken these before I grabbed that. It'd be like if, they made one that was like, don't take damage, and then there was a fucking ink cloud up on the entire stage. Like, no, you don't make a challenge like that and then add something that is, like, intentionally over the top like that. Did I really just one-shot her? Holy shit. I played that stupidly. That's fine. I know exactly what moment I did wrong. So now I'm gonna be smart. Yeah. There. Should be easy now. Maybe not easy, but... What was the point of that? Just to trick me? What was I just saying about, like... you don't make a challenge like that, and then... Like, that's some Mario Maker bullshit right there. You're better than that, Nintendo. Check my phone. Nothing else going on though. Damn it. What? Shit. I was probably almost done too. This doesn't seem as bad as the other grind rail break the targets one. The earlier one that like made me freak out last night. No, that wasn't last night, that was the first night. What was that? When I push left and jump, you're supposed to switch rails. Learn to Sonic. Yeah, like that. Why did I not land on the rail? What was this one called? I forget. I don't know, that's the wrong era, though. Like, it might be the right era, but it doesn't really speak to, like, 90s kids. Why? Why? Well, that was close. Because I spaced and forgot about trying to shoot that thing like a dumbass. Are you kidding me? Ugh. How did I miss? How did I miss that target? Like 57 times. Even when I was right in front of it. Like, sometimes this game is just so unresponsive. I think that's kind of why I started like losing interest in it. Because there were one too many times where I'd lose a firefight and I'd be like, I shouldn't have lost that firefight. Like, I did nothing wrong there. It was just, the game was like, not responsive enough. And that was way too early. Which, that was my fault, I'll admit. Never want to come off as one of those guys that just like has an excuse for everything that goes wrong. Because yeah, sometimes I just fuck up. Sometimes I just suck. Seriously? This still isn't as bad as that other grind rail one, though, where you have to shoot the balloons with the charger. That one was awful. This one's frustrating, but it's not as bad as that one was. Was too early. I hate that you, like, even if you take damage in a way that you should land on the rail again, they just don't let you. It's just death no matter what you do. Because some of these I feel like I could save, but they just say no. That was way too early. Oh, I lucked out there. Oh, 8 stages to go. Going smoother than I expected. Judging from the first 2 nights I did with this, that were fairly rage-filled. The bummer with that, I think, is that this probably isn't going to fill a 5-hour stream. Oh, of course, that's not close enough. I have a feeling this one's going to be pretty frustrating. Got some nice VHS tapes out here. Position. Ooh. Oh, this is really bad. I don't want to be here. Alright, there's one underneath. This one's surprisingly exhausting. Not gonna lie. Oh, I didn't even notice that there was a balloon under there. That would have made things easy. What are you gonna do, I guess? Where's the last one at? Oh, he's over there? How the hell did I miss him? Like, had to go past him at the beginning. What the hell was I doing? Why would you not choose to do... Why would you choose not to do what? Well, this looks kind of awful. Oh, well, it depends on the person. We're single dudes. We don't have to give a shit. We like we don't have we do have families, but we don't have like immediate families to eat with. So anyone younger probably has to put their phone away while they're eating, for example. What is that? It's kind of grotesque. Is that what it's supposed to be? I don't think so. They look more like jars of paint. Cans of paint. Whatever. And whatever these things over here are. Maybe it's not paint though, because like over there it's like being lifted up by something. What was I supposed to do that I didn't do? Because I was too busy looking at... the scenery. Hey Morales, how's it going? Oh, okay, I have to go to the middle here. Whoops. Okay, that could have gone better. Could have gone worse too, though, so... This is an interesting concept. This is gonna be tight. Yep. Just because I ran out of ink. As long as I don't do that again, should be fine. Wasn't too bad. So I think, like, looking at what I've been going through tonight here, I think my big complaint with this expansion is that the difficulty curve is not very steady. Because like those first two nights, there was no easing into the difficulty. It was just, yeah. It's like part of it is because I guess they wanted it to not be super linear. They wanted to let you kind of do what you wanted. But yeah, that leads to the difficulty curve being insane. If it had a less ridiculous difficulty curve, I'd probably be enjoying it a lot more. Because now that I'm kind of warmed up, and the harder stuff isn't quite as jarring to me, because I'm like, now I'm like more in the zone with what I'm doing. It's not quite as ragey. I guess, but I feel like... if getting the Octolings is your only concern, then chances are you're probably gonna get enough out of this anyway. I think my concern is that, like, casual players might find this expansion to be kind of a ripoff if they get it. Like, if they're not, like, super into Splatoon 2 and, like the lore and just, like, everything about it, then I feel like they might not love this. Which is fine, because everything I've said about, like, not all games have to appeal to all gamers, but, like, I don't know, I guess I'd be worried that people would buy it and then be like, what is this shit? This does look a little ridiculous. Do I have to kill everything, or do I just have to get to the end? I guess I might overthink it, because, like, I think from the perspective of if somebody comes into the stream and says, hey, should I get the Octo expansion? Like, I guess I'm preparing what I should say to people when they ask that. Because ultimately, it wouldn't be a hard yes. It would be a, well, how do you feel about Splatoon? Did you finish the normal campaign? Did you like it? Are you okay with the stages sometimes being you have to fail to learn what to do? If you're not okay with that, stay the hell away, because there's a lot of shit in here that you have to fail to learn what to do. Mario Odyssey, like, wasn't ever too hard, though. For the most part, that was all well deliberately designed. A lot of this stuff, like, I don't remember there being a lot of stuff in Mario Odyssey that I had to fail and die to learn what to do, where it was just blind difficulty curves. I don't remember that being a thing very much. For the most part, it was all very well played out in regards to, like, I can look at what I'm dealing with and say, okay, so here's what I have to do. Do I actually have to kill everything? I think I might. I think I might. But see, the best Mega Man games don't make you fail to learn what to do. The bad ones do. That's why I'm not a big fan of Mega Man 9, because it does a lot of that. Where, like, there's a lot of cheap deaths that you only know to avoid because you died to them once. But, like, the really good ones don't do that. This side's clear. They didn't tell me the other side was clear, so what did I miss over here? It looks like everything's done? What did I miss? No, there's something swimming down here. And welcome back everybody that just came back, because I think like 3 people did. But even then, a lot of these stages have enough checkpoints that it's not really a problem. Like, it's kind of frustrating. The ones that are really frustrating are the ones that are just like that grind rail one that didn't have checkpoints. I had to do it all in one shot. Yeah, I have like 5 stages left. I mean, were you told not to shoot him with a water gun? That's my first thought. And these are like in order the final stages, so some of these might suck. But, I don't know. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, so he's one of those bratty siblings that just cries about everything, even if it's not a big deal. That sucks then. Might get kind of ugly. There. Yeah, I don't know. I often am very thankful that I'm an only child. I grew up alone. I don't know. Part of me is like, every now and then I'm like, I guess I wish I had those relationships, because I think later in life a lot of people have fairly strong relationships with their siblings once they've actually become people and they're not like competing for attention or anything. But then I know some people still have horrible relationships with their siblings even later in life, so I don't know, I still don't really find myself feeling like I missed out, I guess. Did you Did you finish all 80 stages, or did you stop after you beat it? Yeah, your brother's a piece of work. Wow, CDs. It's wild. But that's like a USB thing right there. Like, that's a little too recent, I think. Whoa, okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so it's not gonna restart or anything. Good stuff. Yum. It looked like a USB. Though it also kind of looked a little too thin, maybe, so maybe not. This is gonna suck. There's no way it's HDMI if it's 90s. That would be even more out of place. Alright, I'm gonna take it easy, and if I don't have to rotate them, I'm not going to. Because, yeah. It's kind of dumb. Yeah, I did. That's exactly what I just did. Because, yeah, I definitely didn't have to. This looks like it might be kind of rough. Whoops. Which, yeah, like this is a perfect example. This is just something that... There's no challenge here. It's just cheap deaths until you happen to figure out what to do. Like, that wasn't that bad, but still... Like, it's inevitable that you're probably going to have to take a death there, and the only reason that death is there is to make you go, oh, so now I know not to do that again. And that's just not... It's not good design. I mean, like I said, I feel like it took me a little while to kind of get my groove with these stages. Maybe it's just because today I'm not dead tired today, and I'm also not in like a bad mood. So I think that's helping quite a bit. So those are Game & Watches. Like, that's not... Like, we've seen those. Does anybody know what those things are? Because I do. I used to have one of those. I wish I still had it, because I could show it off and be like, this is what it is. Yeah, light/magnifying attachment for... Like, that's, yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Oh, I'm limited ink here. I didn't know that. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, good, because that was all the ink I had. It's fine. How have I not hit him? Like, what the hell? I should have waited to pick that up. That was dumb. Baller. Ah, I see. What is that supposed to be? Yeah, what are those? What is happening here? I don't know how I wasn't dealing any damage there. What are those things? They... radios? Or like cassette players? I feel like they oversimplified that design, and it kind of just looks like a box. I feel like that could kind of be anything. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Is that what it's supposed to be? So I actually remember having a portable TV, but like it didn't look anything like that. So one we had was like it was long, and then the screen was like on one end. And I remember it was like pretty much worthless. Like even like the novelty of it was like whatever. Like that's all it was novelty. Oh dear. To fight this guy with a baller? Uh-oh. How low battery? When I went to sleep last night, these had like 75% battery left. Why does it do this? Where like only one of them is dying. I'll never understand. And why the left one? Doesn't the right one have more technology in it, so that would theoretically die faster? I'll never... okay. Get fucked. That did, like, no damage. I have a feeling this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh, that sucked a little bit. Boing. 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 Whoops, that was dumb. It's one of those things where, like, I'm loving this except for when I'm hating it. Which sounds like such an obvious thing to say, but, like... I'd say it's, like, 50-50, maybe. You cannot submerge with the baller now. And that's fine, Andre. I think you said you got Breath of the Wild, too, so... Lurking's totally understandable. See, again, this is like... I'm trying to gauge what I'm dealing with here. This is a semi-interesting concept, except for the fact that if he hits you like once, you die, because he's gonna just knock you off the stage. That's unfair and not fun. And look how many freaking times I have to hit him. Like, and there we go again. And since you're right up next to him, there's like very little warning for when he's gonna do that. So the only choice is to, like, trial and error it like this, or to repeatedly back off and, like, wait for a year and a half for him to do the attack before you go in, which is going to make the fight take forever. And now he's spamming it, so he doesn't even have a fucking pattern. If he'd have a pattern, that would be fine. You might be able to bump into him. I don't know how much damage that's going to do, though. Like, yeah, you're gonna deal more with that. It might be better to go in and, like, lure out an attack, and then see what you're dealing with, and then... The good thing is you don't have to worry about inking turf and with the baller. That helps a little bit, I guess. You also don't have to worry about, like, ink consumption or anything. So, like, there are good parts to this. But instant death isn't fun. Especially since I have to do this 3 goddamn times, like... I do get a checkpoint between hits, though. That helps a little bit. That barely hit him. Fuck me. I mean, this is better than... So, the Showerhead boss, you have to fight with the jetpack. And then this one you have to fight with the baller. Then the other 2 bosses were just like, they have a lot more attacks. So that was kind of boring. This is an improvement over that, at least. See, like... I hate to sound triggered right now, but I am seeing a lot of people saying, like, oh, the Octo expansion's easy. Yeah, this isn't hard, but it's fucking tedious and it's not fun. Like, it's not about difficulty. This is more about endurance. What am I willing to put up with? Got kind of lucky there. I know. Now that one's dying too? What? Like... Excuse me? I literally just checked 5 minutes ago and it was still at like 60% battery. How is it low battery all of a sudden? Oh, relax. How? Are there... Yeah, they definitely lie, because literally like 5 minutes ago it was like 60% and now it's like 30%. The good news is that they're probably also lying about, like, it's not like I have 10 minutes left on the batteries. Like, there's probably still like hours left. See, usually I always dock my Joy-Con at the end of the night. But, like, I didn't after the stream last night because it said there was, like, 75% battery. I thought I was safe. Like, I didn't think it would be a big deal. I will... God damn it. You guys, like, regularly play in handheld mode, though. I never play in handheld mode. Last time I played in handheld mode was while I was moving, and I didn't have, like... I didn't always have a TV to hook up to. It sounds like such a lazy thing to complain about. It's up there with, I like digital games because then I don't have to change the disc every time I want to play it. Which sounds like such a, like... oh, I'm just being lazy. But it's like, some nights I don't feel like disconnecting the strap to put it on the dock. And that just knowing that, oh, when I get up tomorrow to stream, I'm gonna have to put the straps back on. That's like the one thing I kind of don't like, is there's too many peripherals, and sometimes I just don't want to go through all that trouble. I used to play Splatoon without the straps, but now I'm like, I like how the straps add a little bit more, bulk to the controllers. That was just dumb and my fault. This last phase especially, I think you gotta kinda bait out his attacks. Yeah, or even, I mean, I guess there is a charging grip, but you have to like pay extra to get it, which is kinda shitty. I know that you play analog too, so like you're probably usually playing in handheld mode, and then yeah, charging's not a thing. That was dumb. I'm being impatient, and I have a brat complaining that it's easy and being impatient, which also makes it harder. If you don't fucking like it, you can go watch somebody else. I'm okay with that. Not really listening to any of your input either, since you said to jump over the spin attack, and that didn't fucking work. So... But I'm definitely just being impatient. I should be luring out his attacks. I just don't want to, because that's not fun. That time it worked. First time I tried it, it didn't work. This is bad. Surprised that one even finished. Overall, when it comes to the boss rematches, I think the Inkjet one was the best. The oven one wasn't too bad. The face stamp thing was kind of dumb and just... Now this guy's gonna blah 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 to me. So I have to go back there. Alright, let's check out all this other stuff first. Nice. I don't feel like reading all those. I forget which one 2 is. That's Marie, right? Oh, there's a light of it. A locker? That's weird. The stream I have up on my other screen, the chat disconnected, so I was worried that I lost internet. I have a feeling this is going to be a monumental pain in the ass. Yep. I need to stop getting so close to that. I know better. I have a feeling this is just going to be 100% not fun. Like, does she really need auto bombs? Like, of all fucking things? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I don't think so, though. Yeah, this is gonna, like... This probably won't even make me rage, because this is just completely not fun. This was like, they just absolutely made something that wasn't meant to be beaten. Unless she has very low health, and that's the catch. What the fuck is this shit? What?! Like, that just makes me not want to continue. I was like a mile and a half away from that autobomb and it killed me. Like, are you fucking serious? I have, like, I've never enjoyed encounters like this in, like, any game. Of, like, oh, fight an evil version of, like, kind of you that has the same abilities, and, like, it's never been a fun concept. Dark Pit was terrible, Dark Link was terrible, Dark Samus was terrible, like, it's never fun. Just always feels like nothing but a crapshoot. Yep, I'm fucked. I know. Seriously. Shit. I wish I could know if I'm actually hitting her and doing damage. Shit. Ah. That was shitty. Damn it, that was terrible. I'm getting too close now. That was also shitty. My aim with bombs is fucking awful. This is why I never use bombs in multiplayer. Okay. Now she's gonna do the splashdown bullshit. Yeah, like, not a chance. Like, just as much bullshit as it was the first time. If not even more bullshit, I think, because she was way more on point with her aim. I think her standard special is Splatter Shot. Forward is... or side, or whatever you want to call it, is the roller. How the fuck did that hit me? Like, I never want to play this game multiplayer again. The explosion radiuses are so fucked. I would assume down special is splat bombs then, but these are all assumptions, because I don't think they confirm. It's probably out there, you can probably Wikipedia it, because they were playable in the demo, so people have played them. This is why I won't 1v1 people, by the way. This is, like, not fun. Yeah, why not? Just end it. And I'm fucked. I want to clarify that some of these deaths where I'm dying in the first, like, 30 seconds of the fight is me throwing the fight, because I'm like, if she knocks me down, if she knocks my armor off when I have no ink to hide in, there's no point in continuing. I might as well just start over. So I'm actually not sucking as much as it looks like, because I'm definitely throwing the fight like half of the time. Like, I might as well just throw this one, because armor's off, and she has the inkjet out, so there's nothing I can do. The major stupid thing I keep doing is getting way too close when she is doing splashdown cheese. Like, I need to learn to keep my fucking distance, because that has broken fucking hitbox. You outlast the bullshit, that's how you kill her. No, evenly matched food would be good design. Shit. I'm surprised I'm not dead, actually. I mean, it's not a cloning, like, I compared it to Dark Pit, Dark Link, Dark Samus, but, like, thematically, that's not what this is. It's just, conceptually, that's what this is. You're fighting you. Yeah, I just meant from a gameplay perspective, not from... The other thing is I'm not focused at all because I'm not having fun, so, like, I'm not playing at my best because I don't want to be doing this right now. And I think that's, like, ultimately the best way to sum up this expansion, actually, is just, wasn't fun. Like, wouldn't do it again. Like, that's why, like, it gets me pissed when, like, I share my criticisms and people are just like, oh, it's easy. It's like, it's not about it being easy or hard, it's about it being not fun. Yeah, the only reason I'm holding out is because I know that if I don't do it right now, I probably will never come back to it. Because there's literally, like, 100 games that I'd rather stream than more Splatoons, so... It's now or never. If I ever go back to it, it probably won't be on stream, so... The whole concept of bosses that don't have health bars has never really been a fun thing either. Like, the other bosses in Splatoon 2, like, get away with it because they're, like... They have other forms of, like, feedback of, like, how far you are in the fight. I can make assumptions on how far I am in the fight here based on how the other fight went. But other than that, I have no fucking clue. So I have no idea when it's a good idea to, like, push or not. Like, oh, I should just get in there and keep attacking because I can just bully her down before she kills me. And, like, just... Ultimately, it's like, I'm not playing careful enough. I'm not, like, taking cover. I'm not, like, trying to dodge her shit because that's not fucking fun! I don't want to sit here and wait. I want to fucking play the game. If I wanted to sit here and wait, I'd play a fucking RPG. A fucking cinematic simulator. But, like, that's not what I want to do. I was gonna be really pissed if that auto bomb killed me. I think the auto bombs is the thing that really pushes this a little too far. Because that makes it that you can't even, like... being careful and patient, like, doesn't pay off, because then an auto bomb just comes in and kills you. Does your armor come back faster when you're submerged? I feel like it does. I'm not totally sure. What the fuck did she hit me with, and how did that auto bomb hit me? Like, I wish explosion rate... Like, if they would fix the explosion hitboxes in this game, I probably wouldn't be as disgusted with it as I have been. Why did that turn my camera around? That is not what I wanted. Yep. First one she's done in a while where she like came right for me. I wasn't really ready for that. I'm surprised that that wasn't instant death. Got kind of lucky there. Do that. This part especially, like, there's no feedback on if I'm even hitting her. I could try and stay put to, like, see if it hits her, but that's, like, just asking to die, because then something else is gonna hit me. Also not totally sure if I can even hit her when she has the missiles out. I think I can. It looks like she's taking hits then. I think that one fell off. Bad situation. I'll blow up already. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, how many times do I have to hit her here? I don't... Maybe that doesn't hit her when she has the missiles out. Finally. Now for the splashdown cheese that's inevitably gonna kill me, because I don't even have fucking ink to do something about it at the moment. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. Yup. Yeah, but I think the blue fades. I don't think that's an actual indicator of, like, how much health she has left. It should be. That would be a really good idea, actually. I'm unsure if trying to fight her like this is a good idea or a horrible idea. If I can get hits in before it, it might be a pretty good idea. Sometimes you can really get her up against that wall and then they don't seem to know what to do. And you can really pin her down and get a lot of damage in. Yeah, couldn't they give me, like, armor or some sort of power up here? Like, that would probably make it a little bit more fun, too. But no, you start the fight, she shoots you twice, and you're out of armor, and you're a sitting duck. Then you have to hide, but, like, there's no hiding, because she has fucking Inkjet and and auto bombs. Like, it's... Yeah, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? I just have to take it. That bubble phase is, like, definitely the easiest one. How? Like, I had her pinned to the wall. How the fuck did I wind up not without any armor? Just end it. No, I'm done. Could I have been any further away from that fucking autobomb? Like... I think I definitely played too much of this game, and now I've just completely had enough of it. Like, I've had enough of its bullshit. And there's no fixing it for me at this point. And that's the sad thing, is like, it's not just the Octo expansion either. I was already feeling completely fed up. That's why I stopped streaming it. Well, this is like... It's like, it's extra, right? So, yeah, it's not skippable, because there probably isn't anything after this. Like, this probably doesn't mean anything. You might not even get anything out of this, so... No, of course. Wow, I actually didn't die there? Am I not even hitting her? Like, what the hell? Alright, I am noticing, I fucked it up there, but I'm noticing that it's best to rush her down in the autobomb launcher phase, because then she'll actually decide that spamming autobombs is not a good idea, and then you won't have 6 of them running around the fucking map. If you keep your distance, she just keeps spamming it, but if you get in close... she's like, oh, maybe I should stop spamming this and actually do something else. That's fair. I'm surprised that didn't kill me. No, I'm done. Also, if you could actually do something about autobombs, that would probably help a lot, too. But the fact that you just have to fucking, like... get close enough so they try to explode and then get the fuck out of there before they do explode. That's like the only counter to them. That's not terribly helpful. How was that not like a billion hits? I was pointed right at her and like none of those shots hit. What? Like, what actually killed me? She was in the process of throwing the bubbles out. There was nothing active that was able to kill me. Yeah, Phil's probably as pissed off as I am right now. I'm shocked that he's still trying to play Fortnite. Because I think that was yesterday he was playing Fortnite, and I could tell he wanted to strangle someone. No, he's not the one that... He won't let people talk on stream unless they're sponsors, which is a really smart idea. So yeah, he already has that one covered. See, like, I kept my distance, and now there's, like, 18 fucking autobombs running around the map. So, that's definitely, like, not a good idea. You want to pressure her when she's doing that. How was I not hitting her? What hit me exactly? This is like too unresponsive. I don't even know what the fuck's killing me half the time. Yeah, even if you get close enough that it, like, causes her to retreat, that's still a step up. Wow. I wrecked her that time. Which is bad news. Shit. Now she's gonna fuck me up. What? So she has, like, an extra clutch splashdown that she uses, like, just at fucking random. Which I was definitely not prepared for. Like, I think the frustrating thing is that I can tell that she doesn't have much health, yet sometimes it takes forever to actually get enough damage in there to stop her. Like, that didn't take that many hits. I just had to actually get her to, like, sit in one place long enough to actually hit her. So I guess the problem is that, like, shots just, like, randomly miss a lot. Like, I guess is the thing. Shit. Losing armor here is, like, fucking... like, there's nothing you can do. I think it might actually be best to just, like, ink turf until she uses the ink jet here. Because, like, getting too aggressive with her and losing armor before she uses the ink jet, you're dead. There's nothing you can do. You can't outrun when you don't have armor. How did that hit me? Are you fucking serious? Nope. Yeah, it's just... I don't think chasing her here is a very good idea either. It worked out really well there, but sometimes that goes horribly wrong. How did she break my armor? I don't understand. Like, there's no feedback on, like, half of this shit. So I don't even know what I'm doing wrong half the time. Of course. That was a major mistake. She was, like, standing right in front of me for, like, a day and a half, and I wasn't hitting her. Like, what? What? Are you serious right now? Nope. I love how that was like the first time she had ever hit me with the splatter shot, like, while she was up on the UFO, and it was immediately like 17 hits in a row, and I was just dead. Like what? That posed no threat for the last, like, 53 attempts. And now just all of a sudden she just outright kills me with it. Also, something else that really bugs me is that it doesn't seem to hinder her at all being in my ink. Whereas, like, if I'm standing in her ink, I'm dead. Like, there's nothing I can do. But she's standing in mine, and she just doesn't give a shit. Yeah, no. This is a loss. I'm just gonna say, how have you not killed me yet? Yeah, it was a mistake. dumb. I wasn't paying attention. See, I pressured and, like... It worked, but then she caught me off guard. And I think that, like, all of my gripes can be summed up with this. If this wasn't complete bullshit, I would have beaten this by now, because I can feel myself getting better at it. Like, I'm adjusting to the fact that she fucking has a splatter shot, yet she can dodge roll. But I'm getting used to, like, how to track her and land damage. What's killing me is just, it's all RNG bullshit. And that's not good design. Like, I should be feeling like my improvement is causing me to be able to beat it. But it's not. That's not helping at all. I have just as much of a chance to beat it this attempt as I did on my first attempt. Because ultimately, the ways I'm improving isn't actually helping me in the fight. I can still die in the first 10 seconds like that. Like, that can still happen. How did that hit me? No, this is not happening. What hit me? I'm so confused. She had the fucking bubble wand out. How did I take damage and enough damage to instantly lose my armor? That doesn't make any sense. Like, the rules of this aren't even clearly defined. And as far as I can tell, I don't. Like, pressing the button doesn't do anything. No, I'm done. Nah, playing this really dumb. How did I not kill her through all of that? Did her fucking splashdown actually destroy my splat bomb? Are we really being that unfair? Yeah, it is. Holy fucking shit. I thought I had a good idea there. To get some free damage after the splashdown, and... no. That wipes out my fucking splat bomb when she lands. I've forgotten, like, the bare basics of getting the fuck away from the fucking splashdown. Of course, why not? See, the broken part of, oh, I can pressure her when she has the auto bomb launcher, is that she can still use the splatter shot, so sometimes she just decides to, like, point blank me in the face, and there's nothing I can do about it. At that point, it's a mistake to be pressuring her, but it's that or have 8 auto bombs running around, which isn't a good idea either. Get fucked. Unfortunately, I'm now fucked, because there's no running away from auto bombs. You mean she has better aim? That doesn't surprise me, because when she lands... Whenever she hits me once, she always hits me like 50 times. Like, there's no just taking, like, one little shot and moving on with my life. It's always enough to immediately break my armor. Excuse me? What? This is a mistake. Oh, okay, I'm not sure how I made it out of that one. That one worked out. I guess because I didn't get quite as close. How, like, what's happened? I don't understand. One time I got to this phase and I killed her with 2 splat bombs. So, what am I doing wrong? It's another example of the game not being responsive enough, because is it a crapshoot? Like what? What's the problem here? Is it that she does, like, wear off, like, the damage wears off after a while, just like it does for me? Like, do I have to be a little bit more unrelenting? I think that's what it is. I think if you wait too long, it screws you. And well, it all wears off. Shit. Nope. That one missed, so that's no good. Are you serious? And I'm fucked, because... Nope. How? How on earth did I come out of that one? Shit. Oh, I'm never playing this game again. Seriously, that's the victory. What? Should probably burn all my credits, because why not? Maybe not all of my credits, because I don't know if I'm gonna... Do I, like, am I gonna want to, like, clear all the stages with all the weapons at some point? I don't think I'm gonna stream that. That's gonna be something I do at night while watching other streamers or something. So here's the thing. You know how 3D Land and 3D World are like... They have like those post-game stages that are like... They don't really feel that tested. Like, they're meant to be like not the most polished thing ever. But it's okay because that's post-game. So, like, it's not part of the main game. That's what this was. Except for the escape. I feel like the actual expansion, the actual, like, story of the expansion should have been the escape. Because that was the only part that was fun. The rest was so frustratingly not fun that it felt like this should have all been stuff, like, that I did after the fact. Like, I think that's my end... My end review of it is that it's like... Ultimately, to be totally honest, I don't think it was worth $20. It wasn't fun enough to be worth to be $20. It should have been like 10. I think the only point to going through and doing all of them with all the weapons would just be to get more credits. And then trade the credits in for shit. No. It was closer to like 12 hours. And only like 5 of those hours were fun. Like, when it boils down to it, because, like, this is how I look at it, like, I don't look at streams in regards to, like, how many likes they got or how many views they got or anything. Ultimately, these last 3 nights, I haven't had fun. So that's all there is to it for me. Like, it was disappointing in that regard. Except for the escape. That was at least... It wasn't like 100% like, oh, I completely love this, and it makes up for the fact of how much I hated the rest of it. But it was like at least a light at the end of the tunnel. And I don't like it's like I said earlier. I loved it except for when I hated it, which sounds like the dumbest thing ever. But like ultimately, most of the stages tonight weren't that bad. Like most of them were. Most of the stages I finished tonight, I finished them and I was like, that one wasn't bad. Like it wasn't infuriating. It wasn't super fun, but at least it wasn't infuriating. I'm just curious if you get anything for doing all the stages with all the weapons, or if that's just an OCD kind of thing. Like that's just for the completionists out there. But again, like the only reason I'm thinking about doing like if I go through to do that, it's probably going to be off stream, with the exception of like right now, because like I guess I might keep going with that just to fill out the stream, because I don't feel like I should end it already. I feel like I should at least go for another hour, and maybe hopefully actually do some playing that like where I'm not just completely pissed off the whole time. Unfortunately, that probably stained the rest of the night. Like I probably am gonna be in a grumpy mood the rest of the night. But to be honest, as long as nobody gives me any attitude, I'll probably be fine. If somebody comes in pitching attitude, then I'm probably gonna be like, fuck you. But if that doesn't happen, I just said what else I would do is go through and do the stages with all the weapons. But I don't know if there's a point to doing that aside from saying I did. And if I do the rest of them with the rest of the weapons, I might feel like I got a little bit more out of it. Blue, even when you've been in a bad mood, I don't think I've ever... You've never pitched an attitude that makes me want to say, shut the hell up. So, I think you're fine. When I say somebody pitching attitude at me, never mind. We're done. He dead. Yeah, when I say somebody pitching attitude at me, that was directed at, like, one person in particular. Eno knows. So, as I said, I'm probably not going to stream any more of this. No, if it was one of you two, I wouldn't have been saying anything right now about it. That would have been kind of inappropriate. Because ultimately, like, even though this is, like, half anonymous because I'm not face-to-face with somebody, it's like, I'm still not the type to just call somebody out when they're being shitty like that. Unless they really push me too far, and I'm just like, there's no reason for you to be acting like this. And you guys both know that if you do something I don't like, I recognize that you two are mature enough that I can address it and that you won't take it the wrong way. So I'm typically not beyond doing that. I think... No, because we just raided Phil yesterday, and if he's playing Fortnite, he's probably going to be in a similar mood to that I'm in. But I have someone. It's okay. I don't like to raid the same person multiple times in a row, too. The fuck do you mean an error has occurred? Okay. That was weird. Did YouTube log me out? Is that what's going on right now? That's what happened. Okay, that's... Why? That doesn't even fucking make sense. How am I logged on this tab but not on this tab? That doesn't make sense. I think the only reason I raided Megasword twice in a row is because she was the only one on. I have like 5 people on tonight, so it's a little different. And I'm not one to just go grab someone at random and raid them, because I like to know what I'm sending you guys into. Yeah, I did see Random Geekly was going earlier. That would have been nice if he was still going, because I think he was playing Splatoon. That would have been a good option. But this one is good because if Tree is still here, and if Blue wants to, like this one is playing Splatoon, so you can probably join in and play with them if you want to. So I like that option. And we've never raided this one before, so that's also cool. So I'm off tomorrow. I did have to change the schedule a bit. At one point it was going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday streaming. Now it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I haven't decided what I'm playing yet, but it's highly likely that we're going to get back to Skyward Sword. So yeah, anyway, hashtag Nintagious Raid, you guys know the deal. We are going over to Crystal Jade's channel. And as I said, she's in the middle. She's playing Splatoon with viewers. So whether you want to just hang out and watch, I'm sure she'd be cool with that. If you want to play, I'm sure she'd also be cool with that. I don't know how her channel is in regards to language, so maybe play it safe. But yeah, I'll see you guys over there for that raid, and then I will see you back here for Monday night for who knows what.